and I always say the best business model where you can literally like work part-time and make like $3, $4, $5 million a year is you work part-time, but now you have at least 2 full-time associate doctors. And then with your personal injury attorneys, you open your personal injury clinics. Remember how when you sell to personal injury attorneys, they'll always have clinics or cases outside of your area. So when there's enough in a particular town, we open a satellite personal injury office. Somebody comes in and trains the documentation. We put them out there. They process the patients. So that's always ongoing. You just keep bringing the attorneys on, keep bringing the referrals on, and then you just keep going to the next city, the next city, the next city, based on, is there the business there from your attorneys to go there? Or you don't do it. You only do it when there's, and I always say if you got 6 PI cases a month from at least 2 or more attorneys in the same city that want you, that's good enough to open the practice because it'll be profitable immediately.
Right.
So that's the criteria. So that always is ongoing as you bring in more and more attorneys and all that. And then you got your 2 associates. And then the next step is bring in 2 doctors at a time and pre-sell them offices. So they come in for like 6 months, 8 months, anywhere from a year to 6 months to a year to train in all the systems, how to keep patients, new patients, marketing, all that, with the whole goal of them just pre-purchasing a practice from you. They're trained in your office how to do everything. The money that they make goes into an escrow account. That's the money you use to open their office, charge $250, $300, $350. And it's easier with 2 people because they can role play. There's peer pressure. It's way easier with 2 doctors than one. One doctor, they take all your time. And then do that once a year. So if that's $250, that's another $500,000. So you got 2 associate doctors, train 2 people, open 2 offices, pre-sell 2 offices a year, and then open the PI offices as you have the business in the other cities. That's like the classic model. And then take your money and leverage it 5 to 10 to 1 into real estate. That's how you'll make, you'll make $1, $2, $3, up to $5 million a year just by doing what I told you, 2 associate doctors, training 2, having, 1 or 2 PI offices. Now you're talking about making millions, not hundreds of thousands. Then when you take $1 million or $2 million, you leverage it 5 to 10 to 1 into real estate. That's how you make $5, $10 million a year, $20 million a year as a chiropractor. That's what I did.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. I just have to follow it. That's all.
Yeah, it's a huge quality of life. You can go at that point, you can go as fast as you want, as slow as you want. You want to take off 10 days and go to Europe, go to Europe. I used to come in at 10:30 in the morning. I let the doctors see the patients in the morning. I'd come in around 10:30. I'd start working with them from about 11 to 12, 12:30, training. They take a half-hour lunch. They come back. We train more. And then patients usually started coming in around 3:34. Well, I can't train them while they're seeing patients. So I'd leave. So I'd usually come in around 10:30 and leave around 3:30. That's what I do.
Yeah. A few times a week or every day.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, it's up to you. It's, I don't recommend you do what I did. I was training, 7 doctors every 6 months, 14. I was opening 14 offices a year. I do not recommend that.
Yeah.
But it's real easy to do 2. It's real easy to have 2 associate doctors, train 2 people, and then periodically open a satellite personal injury office. That's not difficult at all.
Yeah. That's cool. I mean,
that's
definitely.
the model. That's the model that we teach.
Yeah. I like it.
So, well, anyway, you're on your way because immediately the patient retention started working, right?
Yeah. surprisingly fast.
And then you started applying our educational sales marketing.
Yep.
And started working. So I mean, really, you're just cleaning that up. And then you're dealing with all the other, there's a lot of other topics, but there's no bigger topics than keeping and getting new patients.
Right. Yeah.
So you will have space, labor, equipment issues with growth, staffing, so there'll be a lot of secondary stuff you got to know and learn and all that. And then all of them are systems. You learn how to make them all systems. They're all quantifiable. And then all the staff meetings, you do the training and evaluate the statistics and see if they need a bonus, they're doing good. They need more training, whatever it is. And then that's how you just manage. And then if you want to do more, do more. If you don't. I had one client, he brought on his 2 associate doctors. He started with me seeing 120 visits a week, and then we took it up he had 2 full-time associate doctors. And then he checked out. He came in 1 day a week, and he checked out for 1 whole year. And he had 4 kids, and they were young kids. So he did everything with his kids, took them to school, picked them up from school. He was the assistant basketball coach, the assistant baseball coach. He spent the whole year just with involved with his kids. And then after the 1 year, it was funny. He comes back and goes, "Okay, I'm ready to get back to work."
Right.
He goes, "I know I didn't push much last year, but I got the Father of the Year award."
Right. Yeah, for sure.
And that, by the way, he went from that. Now he has 4 offices.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Just one step at a time, just follow the path, follow the blueprint.
Right. Yeah.